And so it's a really, if you like, engaging, active and dynamic system that we have. I can't think, I don't know how many Londoners are in the room. How many Londoners are in the room? Well, you were all aware of the London elections, weren't you? You were aware of them in Scotland. So it's not a quiet election. It's not something that we can sort of just let, happen. We have to be active. We have to go out there. We have to take that message to this doorstep, and we have to. So quickly, let me say, one of the main, the report that came out by our government's own review of voting system, published earlier this year, said one of the main benefits of PR is that voters have a greater degree of choice in elections and a greater chance of their vote counting in terms of who gets elected. And then just going back to the London experience, 86% of Londoners who voted did so for a party that gained seats on the London Assembly. And nearly 9 in 10 voters are now represented by at least one London Assembly member from a party they voted for. Now that is absolutely, totally different to the Westminster experience, which I'm not going to touch on, because I know that there are friends in the room and I don't want to upset them, but it is like a totally different situation. So when people come up to me and they say, I voted for you, I understand what they're saying, because I really believe that they went into the ballot boxes in London in May 2008 and they thought about who they were voting for. There was some tactical voting going on, that seems to be fine, but they knew who they were voting for, and what they also want is for the people that they elected to deliver for them, and that they know that we're going to come back in 2012. And let me just finish, Stephen, by a quote from Robin Cook. And Robin, in his book, just says something that, for me, I just find so important. And he says, the damage from the present first-past post-parliamentary system is not confined to its inability to produce a parliament that reflects how the nation voted. Even worse, it's its disabling effect on political debate, and I think you touched on that. We're losing political debate because of our systems. The reason why every election campaign is fought only on the issues that matter to, and this is where I got my Mondale man, Worcester woman and the rest of Pebbledash people, is that they are the only electors whose votes really count. And I repeat the challenge again, that cannot be right, and we cannot sustain that. So increasingly, the campaigners hone their message to the 1% of the electorate whose swing votes in the target constituency decide which party is in government and which is in opposition. How long can that go on? And so, like Robin, I'm puzzled that so many parliamentarians, or prospective parliamentarians, who complain that Labour's core voters are ignored, also stoutly defend the first-past-the-post system, which is the reason, I would argue, as so does Robin, why core voters are neglected. So I say, let's respect all voters, and especially core voters, so that we can actually get the governments that are truly representative. And let's put the power back with the vote, back with the voter. Thank you very much.